Derek? Derek?
Yeah.
Has that recording come on?
Yeah, I forgot to turn it on straight away.
Oh. It's all right. It just come on the screen.
Yeah.
I thought, where's he gone?
I forgot to put it on at the beginning again.
No worries. You cut your waist off. And then get your tippet. And I always put one all the way around the back. Just first one, and then the second. And work your way up with open turns. Some of you probably said this before, but I use it quite a lot, to be fair. But I used it all through the winter on the ground. And just bring your tippet back so it catches in again. So it's cut that off the waist. Quick finish. And this one, I'll just get a pair of pliers and I'll just squeeze it a little bit, not much because you'll break. Let's see. To make it slim. You put a bit of resin on again, just to secure the thread. Torch that. Same again, just bring your... Everybody laughed at me in Bosnia when I designed that, but it worked, and I think everybody uses it out there now. And that's another string that I use all the time on the dropper again. You all see that? Yeah.
If you're using that on the dropper, what are you using on the point?
Right, I'll show you a point fly now. That'll be my dropper all the time, that would. Well, that and the other. Pardon? I'll do a dropper fly. A point fly. Pop on your hooks. I got it. On the points, I'd use a 14. And I'd use a 3.5 or a 4mm. If the water was pushing a little bit, or it was a bit deeper, or if you needed to get down a bit. Obviously the rivers have been low, so you probably use a 3mm or a 3mm and 2.5 or a small shrimp. But this is a 3.5 copper mil bead and a size 14 wide gape jig. I'll put the hook in, and you don't have to do this, it's just personal preference, but every jig hook off tie, I'll pull the bead back, dab of super glue, push the bead forward, and it's done. And it just keeps it in place. Thread doesn't really matter, you can use black, I've got tan, that's tan there. Start your thread behind the bead. Cut your waist. The tail is, I use the white in tailing packs, but you don't have to. It's Coq de Leon. Select a feather. Strip the waist off the feather. And then just select yourself probably six fibers, pull them across, pull them off. You don't have to line the tips up, but line them up. And then I hold it on the side there, hold it with this finger round, and it's on the top then. I'll put 3 or 4 turns round, and then I'll pull the tail to where I want it. That's the length of my tail. There's the tail. One underneath, kick it up. Cut your waist off. You can use wire, copper wire, but this fly I use Glow Bright number 4 again. Catch your Glow Bright in, and then work your way up to the bead. Work your way back down to the tail. That's your tag, your rib. This is fox squirrel. It's on a pelt. I'll just pull a bit off. And there's your fox. It's not the best thing to dub, to be fair. So you do need some underfur with it to mix with it a little bit, and it will dub better then. Dub your fox squirrel on tight. Slide it up. And work your way. Tighten it up a bit. Work you up to the eye. Don't worry how scruffy it looks. And then bring your rib over and open turns up the flight. The back of the bead, tie off. Cut your tag end. And then any bits going forward, just stroke them back like so. Next, you want a partridge neck feather off an English partridge. You got your feather. You see, strip your waist off. And then stroke the fibers back the opposite way. Show an easier way. If you clip on your hackle pliers on the front there and then stroke the rest back evenly, so you're left with a little tag there. Cut it so you got a little triangle, and with the good side facing you, tie it in there. Hackle pliers, attach, and lift it up and stroke your feather back. And you need one, full turn, and then tie it off. Clip your waist. And just strap them back. There. Well, you don't have to use this, you can use any dubber. I'll put a bit of that round, bit of dubbing on the collar. This was Terry Bromwell's favourite colour. You want a bit of dubbing there, and then just wrap a bit of dubbing around there. Had the super glue. Whip finish, done. And that's called the thread fly. That's a good point fly, that is, that fly. And that's what I'd use on the point a lot of the time with the shrimp as a dropper. I was tying that in Belgium, and one of the Czech team come round and he went, "My secret fly for 3 years." And that was his secret, one of his secret flies on the Czech team. But that's a thread fly. Any questions?
Very nice, Tim.
Does anybody want me to tie any Pacific grayling fly? I'll do a little tag.
Everybody's quiet.
Yeah, I'm all quiet, and they're going to sleep there.
Tim, can you do a dry fly, a grayling dry fly?
Yeah. Anything, Mark, or
Anything? Yeah, anything.
let me do.
Right, Tim, before you start. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. With your magic foil, do you have
Yeah.
the shiny side up or the dull side up?
Always the dull, I do.
I like the dull as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Always
Right.
the dull.
Yeah.
That's just personal preference, though. To be fair,
I'm
You
the
don't
same.
have
I'm the same.
yeah. I always do shiny side. But I love. To be honest, I love that stuff. Honestly,
I think
it's
I got
not-
every colour of it.
Yeah, and me, I have. Yeah.
baby
Baby
pink.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. Brilliant stuff. But no, yeah. A try for grayling. Let me have a look. What we need. I've got hundreds of. Does anybody want an F fly type? An F fly, do Mark? Mark, where's he gone? He's gone to sleep.
Well, something different to an F fly, really, because unless
How about yeah, you go on, tell me.
yeah, fine.
Yeah,
Looks like a Griffith snart, is it?
yeah. It is, but I've put Peacock Earl in the middle. So I've got a tag, Ackle.
You put it by the voice, Tim. We could see it. Put it by the. That's it.
see that now?
Yeah. If you put your hand behind it, flat, now you're talking. Yeah.
How's that, Mark? Shall I try that? Try that. Right, hook, six. Just grab some hooks, hang on. Change the bobbin.
We'll have to have some music they play in lifts.
Right. Hook. Dry fly hook. It's a size 16. Start your thread behind the eye. Waist. Cut off. And then work your way to the back. And then I'll build a little ball at the back, like a little tag. There. Grab an hackle.
What colour thread are you using, Tim?
I got purple on there.
Yeah.
Ask for the ask. Although there's no grayling in the ask, but they'll have purple on the ask.
Find a nice little saddle hackle. I like it. A stiff hackle on these, so they sit nice.
Is it a tree or badger or grizzle?
This is a speckled badger, this one.
Speckled badger.
Yeah.
I tie mine with a dun, the ginger
Yeah.
dun. Yeah.
Pull your waist off. You all know that. Pull the waist off there. And tie in at the back where you've just where you've built the ball up. And work your way to the front. Stop your thread there. Cut your waist off. And then bring your hackle. Before I go any further, I've got the good side facing me. And the curved side facing the back now. Bring probably 4 or 5 turns. Then bring your thread back. Tie off. You could carry on up if you wanted, but I just easier for me. I'll cut that off. Find some. Got some peacock earl. Just grab yourself 2, 3 if you want. 2, 3. The best things to do is snap the ends clean off. Got 4 there, chuck one away. Put them there on the hook and round, and then work your way back up to the eye. Probably 2 mil away from the eye now, 1 mil away. Yeah, 2 mil away. And then bring peacock earl round. Tie them off. Cut your waist. There. And then your hackle, you just tie back in. Same way again, good side facing you. Cut the stalk off. Come on. Yeah. And then work your way to the eye again now with your hackle. Tie off. I always tend to push my finger under there, so I push my thread away as I'm cutting. There's nothing worse than getting to the end and cutting the thread. Stroke it back. Then we will finish. Cut the thread. And there's size 16, it's a Griffiths knot. And I'll
That's
just put, it's exactly the same as Griffiths knot, but I'll just put peacock earl in the middle for a bit of retractor like. Any questions?
It's like a little knot.
Yeah,
It's good.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. There's a variation on that, Tim. I've tried a few with just a tail of 2 little short strands of pearl crystal flashing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I've never done it with the peacock in the middle like you've done, but I've done like a full body of peacock, and then the hackle
Over the top, yeah.
tied the full length of the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
good.
you probably could carry on with your hackle and then put it in, put it through the middle and then carry on winding your hackle. But I just find it easier to cut it off and then start again. So
Yeah.
That's good.
good. I'll do, if anybody wants, I'll do a little parachute if you want.
Yeah, go on then. Crack on.
Right. Yeah, I'll do a 16. Right. I'll use a tan thread. Start at the eye. Down about 2 mil. Cut the waist off. And then I come back up over the top, probably 3 turns. 3 turns. This is Temco. I'll be honest, I like the fine Ardu.
Oh, the Tiemco Aero Wing, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use the fine, Gav?
I use both.
Yeah.
In fact, I did. I put a post up today on the Ludlow fly tying page,
Yeah.
and I used the two different types of aero dry in the wing. I used the fine for the pink, and
Yeah.
the thicker one then for the under grey wing,
Ah,
and
fair
it works really nice.
play. So I've cut a strip off, and then I fold it, and then fold it. So I've got 3. Slip it under the thread, up onto the top, round. So it's like that.
Yeah.
This, and then I go through the middle, round the front, through the middle, round the back, through the middle, round the front. So I've got that, and then I'll come round the post 3 times, and then back to there.
That's it.
You like me, Gaff, never find nothing on the table.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then the
There's an
tail.
elf. There's a little elf in my bedroom who pinches everything. I'm not kidding either.
The tail, I've got some cocktail on. I've pulled about 6 or 7 fibres out. And then I'll tie them in behind the post. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Tail looks about right, so we leave him. And I'll work my way down to the bend. 1 underneath, lift them up. Cut your waist off. And then the body we'll use I've got some errant feathers. So two fibres. Tie them in at the back, and then work your way up to the front. Behind the post. Cut your waist off.
Yeah.
And I'll just taper the body a little bit with a thread. Buckle pliers. Just delicate. When I get to there, just behind the post, tie it off.
Do you ever put any I use heron a lot, but do you ever put any varnish underneath the hurls?
Yeah, or sometimes I put a bit of super glue sometimes.
Yeah.
Or varnish, yeah. Sometimes I
Yes.
will, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to hold the body when you're actually fishing. Yeah.
Yeah, it snaps easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's fantastic. It's a fantastic material.
Oh, yeah. So we got that there. Then we'll find a hackle. Oh,
Lovely.
tend, if I'm doing them for myself, I just tend to put it around the post like that, pull it. If it comes to the bend of the hook, that's probably as much as I want. Some people tie these in different, all people have got all different ideas, and they go,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
so the good side facing me, I'll come up to the eye with my thread, tie in, and go back towards the post. And then I'll adjust it to where I think I've got to go up the post. And then I'll come round. Come on. Once you've started, it's away then. And don't put too much pressure on, because it'll keep slipping over the top. The more pressure you put.
That's easily said, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the right amount of tension in it, Gav.
It's getting used to it.
Yeah,
It's knowing your strength, it's knowing your tools as well.
yeah,
Having the right tension on your bobbin.
yeah. So I'll work my way up. I've probably gone up to 2.5 mil, and then back down to the base, and leave my thread behind the post. Cut the waste off. Like so. Then we'll find use any dubbing for this. This is just to give people the idea. You're probably better off with some super fine or something, to be fair. And then just put a tiny bit of dubbing on. Dub it on. Put it up. And then I'll go behind 2 or 3 times, and then in front of right down to the eye. And then I've got still got a little bit left, so I'll bring that back to the back of the post. Then get your feather. Bring it gently around your post, working down to the bottom. And when I get to there, I've got my tag. I'll put the voice like that. So I've got my tag in the hand there. Yeah. My thread's there. I'll come round like so, round the post. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll cut off my tag like so. I'll whip finish round the post then. Some people tie off at the eye.
No, you're much better doing it like that.
And that's the way I do it. I would put varnish on there, to be fair. Just a bit of varnish. And I just pull that tight like so. And then your post, you can have it whichever length. Some people have it short, some people have it long. There's your posts off. It's a little parachute. And that's the way I tie my parachutes, to be fair.
Good, very good.
Gav, do you tie yours around the post like that? Pardon?
Sometimes yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll tie the fly, I'll have the post set, then I'll adjust the hook in the vise so the
Yeah.
hook is pointing down.
Yeah.
catch a feather in, so you can just roll it on, and then it makes it easier to whip finish.
Yeah, got you. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
just adjusting that hook.
Yeah.
It just makes it, well, it's, like you said, it's the way I do it.
yeah. So you'd have yours like so.
Yes, even further
Yeah.
down. So if you look at that, then can you see me?
Yeah,
If you look at that, then look, when you tie your hackling, you just go round in a circle, and that's it.
yeah,
It
Yeah.
just, but that's the way I do it.
yeah. It's just it's all people's preferences, isn't it? You have to be fair.
This
It's
is it.
whatever's easy for people to do.
This is it, and you've always got to look for the easiest way to do things.
Yeah. I think a lot of people struggle with parachutes because when they're tying around the post, they put too much pressure on. And there's nothing worse when you first start and you pull in and it just keeps slipping over the post. It's just a matter of a bit of tension and a bit of tension. It's the same with everything.
I used to, well, I run my own classes for years, and the boys always used to struggle with it. So what I used to tell them, tie the fly, leave the post.
Yeah.
Whip finish.
Yeah.
Cut your thread away, get a little
Yeah.
bit of super glue or a little bit of varnish, and
Yeah.
dab it on the bottom of the post and leave it dry, and then
Dry,
tie
yeah.
your hackle on.
Yeah.
So if you struggle with pulling it off, that sorts it.
Yeah, it's different to post up then, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Brilliant.
It's getting to know your strengths and also getting to know your bobbin. Just
Yeah, cool.
strength for
Yeah.
your bobbin.
Yeah.
Like the one thing I do with my bobbin, sometimes it's just thread through, but then if I want it tighter, I'll just loop it around the leg,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
and that stiffens it up.
Yeah.
If you want it more, loop it again.
Yeah.
So it's getting to know your bits
Yeah.
and pieces.
Yeah. Of course it is, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that was nice. That was a nice fly, Ian.
Thank you.
Oliver
Thank you.
Kite would have been proud of you.
Pardon?
Oliver Kite would have been proud of you. Because it looked like a Kite Imperial a little bit, to be honest. Because my Imperial, I tie with the dun hackle. I love the dun hackles on rivers.
Yeah.
Love it.
I use a lot of dun, spettle badger.
Yeah.
And I use a lot
Cree.
of
Got to have a Cree.
Cree, and I've got
Cree.
this rusty natural dun, which it looks terrible on the camera, but it's beautiful. It's like a dun colour inside.
I bought one
salmon.
yesterday. I went to Sportfish yesterday. 81 quid. Oh, but I tell you what, I couldn't leave it there.
You boys should just get a deal with Whiting. If you spend more than $500 a year, they'll give you a trade price.
Do they?
Right.
Yep.
I wish I knew that. I spent
Well, you
I couldn't walk away from it. I couldn't walk away from it.
You don't have to be on a pro team or anything. You just got to. You have to have references and a bank reference, etc., and all that. But
Yeah.
I think you got trade references, and you got to send them a bank reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
good.
is like, if you're talking 80 quid a cape year, it's nothing, is it?
Oh.
No.
Right, Mr. Wood.
What's that?
Do us an merger then. Deer hair merger?
Deer hair emerger. Right, let's find it.
I can't use deer hair, so I like to see people tying it.
I don't want to do deer hair, actually.
I got allergies to it. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'll tell you what gets me, mate, and I'll be honest, is Semi's dubbing. If I have any dubbing off Semi from Fasna, it ruins me. I sneeze.
Well, which one? Rabbit? Hare?
Squirrel.
The fox squirrel?
No, just a squirrel. He's mixed it with something like this. It's natural
Can't see it.
candy.
Put it by the vice.
Natural candy.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible stuff. I don't know why. A deer hair emerger. Let me find an emerger. Look, and I'll be with you. I'll try it on a bigger look, Gavin, and it will.
Yeah, we can see it then.
Yeah. Gavin,
Hello.
thanks for putting that on the website.
Oh, my little daytime Cardiff or Sedge.
Yeah. But I had a go at the lads down at the meeting last Thursday. Hardly
Yeah.
any of them put it on the website, and that's what it's there for.
They have their own flies, you mean?
Yeah, they don't bother posting.
Oh, just
No.
easy, innit?
The whole idea of it is to share the flies so other people can see them.
Yeah.
Give them the material list and everything, and they can tie their own then.
Yeah, I'll be doing when I get a bit of time, I'll do a little video and I'll post it up. Get my cameras and I'll sort it out. See if I can get a better camera.
Yeah, I got to get a different camera. I've
Well, I
got,
was gonna,
I've
You
got
you
no-
want to get one? You want to get one with a record button on it?
I was going to phone Paul tomorrow and get him to send me all the links for that camera of his.
Right, what hook we got, Tim?
Caddy submerger.
All right, yeah, right, okay,
Lovely hook in it, Gav.
yeah.
Glad to see you using Partridge hooks, Tim.
I have to just in case Daryl's on.
No, you don't.
No, I'm only joking. Hey, Paul, I haven't done that fly since yet 'cause I've been away, so I'm gonna have another go tomorrow or the next day, and I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
All right. Tie your thread on. Right. Cut a clump of deer hair off.
Yep.
Get all the underfur out. And
That's the killer.
it is as well.
Oh, it is terrible.
In the stacker, I'll get it in. I don't know what this deer hair is like, to be fair. In the stacker, stack it up.
I never bang mine on a table.
No,
No.
I do. I'll tell you why I do that, 'cause it annoys my missus.
Oh, it's fair enough. I do it for the opposite reason. So she doesn't hear it. Back of the knuckle. Always on the back of the knuckle.
I'm just picking out. There's one in there somewhere. I can see it, which is upside down. Got it. I'll put that back in. That's better, ain't it?
Yeah. What it comes from with me is when I was tying commercially, I'd be up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So on the back of the knuckle, I wouldn't wake the kids up and I wouldn't disturb her. So that's why it's an habit I've always kept.
Yeah.
You know, it's
So I've got a clump of deer. Oh, there's another busted one there. Surprising how they show up in it, Gavin, as well.
yeah, in the lights.
Top of the hook.
Right.
1, 2, and then
Pull.
I'll pull down.
Yeah.
Just do this. I'll come in front then, Gav, a little bit.
Just to lift it up.
What I tend to do, I'll go back. Down. Terrible.
Oh, it's horrible stuff. It's horrible stuff, but it floats unbelievable.
Wow. I cut a taper on mine, man.
That's it, yeah.
Put the stubs up. They're the best area, to be fair. If we bit of miler, unimiler, that's a rib. Put that behind the thread. Bring it round and down to
Go to the cat boys, not me.
All right. I thought you were shouting at Tim, eh?
a bit of dubbing.
Hair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously it won't be on a up this size, but just to show you. And I'll bring the rib round then.
Oh, I don't know, for a March brown, it's, you know, early season.
To there, tie off. Cut the waist off. Tad more dubbing. Let's do a merger.
And that's it. Easy.
Easy.
Nice.
I won't say easy. They're the best to do there, to be fair.
Yeah, coastal is better, isn't it? It's finer. It's,
Yeah. I've done one myself. Gav, did I show you? Well, I've done it myself. I've done a Rodeo Mask.
no.
Yeah, I've done it.
Well, like the Phantom of the Opera mask.
I got my mate to shoot one. And I had the head off and I skinned it out. Come out good, to be fair.
Oh yeah. How long are the fibres on that?
There's all different lengths. To be fair, Gav, on the top there by the ears, they're quite long, to be fair.
Right.
And then you got small ones around the snout and
Around
and
the muzzle.
middle.
Around the
Yeah,
muzzle.
there. But like there, look, they're quite long there.
Oh yeah.
There's all different colours.
Oh, you cruel man. Well,
To be fair, I was a bit worried about doing it, to be fair. And then I spoke to Barry Clark and he told me what to do. And to be fair, I dried it out. He tells you to dry it out on newspaper and nothing else.
Hmm.
So just keep like changing the newspaper every so many hours.
yeah, when I've ever done rabbit pelts or squirrel pelts, I've always used newspaper. And
Yeah.
sometimes just put it in the airing cupboard and just leave
Yeah.
it. Just leave it.
Yeah. And then I just put it on a board and dried it out then. But it worked well, to be fair.
Always
I've,
make sure you scrape the fat off.
Yeah, that's the secret. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the hardest part, to be honest, Dick.
Yeah.
You
I
tell me
watched
what,
the
with
cowboy
acetone, it
film.
melts the fat. You get acetonium and wipe it over, it'll melt the fat.
Will it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah. There you are. Learned something else.
Oh, right. Acetone.
Yeah. Pure acetone from the chemist. Not
Yeah.
nail polish, it's got to be pure acetone.
Right. Okay.
You can do it on all skins, like, you know, and if you've got crevice and everything, rather than scraping it, you can wipe it over and it gets fat off.
Yeah. Ah.
Right.
Has that, it doesn't affect the hide though, Paul.
Pardon?
It doesn't affect the hide.
No.
Does
Yeah,
it
when
work?
that tan, they put them in a lot worse than that. They put them in, what's it, sulfur, don't they? And soak it for ages and that down at the hide, does he?
No.
Ah.
What about bird skins then, like a partridge skin?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know that.
You just wipe it on, Paul.
Pardon?
You just wipe it on.
Yeah, just get a rag and wipe it on where you got the builds of fat. I mean, obviously get the major off. I mean, if you're doing a duck or something like that, get the major off because them are very fatty, aren't they?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then just wipe the skin over and it'll get all the bits of fat off and everything like melted. And it
Trouble
won't
is-
have feathers.
Trouble is with the duck, I normally eat the skin.
Pardon?
Trouble is with the duck, I normally eat the skin.
Crispy aromatic duck. Mark's got the best skin, isn't he, Tim?
You what, mate?
Mark's got the best skin, isn't he? That part.
Oh,
Got all the innards left inside it.
Yeah, the partridge you can blow up.
I don't know how they've done it, but it ain't been cut in half or nothing. It's all intact. It's just got no bounds in it. I don't know how they got the bounds out.
but is Paul Slaney still on here?
Mm-hmm.
Paul, you should see that. You should see that partridge skin Mark's got. Honestly, Paul, I've never seen nothing like it. There's not a stitch on it. There's not a hole in it, and it's a whole bird with no insides in it.
There's no bounds in it, is there?
Someone sent me a skunk skin from the States that was done like that.
How
It
did
was-
they do that?
It was like a puppet glove, you know, you could put your hand up his ass
That's
and your fingers down his legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this
I
has
don't
got the
know.
legs on it. Hasn't it still got the legs on the partridge, isn't it, Mark?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Completely
know how they,
intact.
I don't know how they done that.
The Egyptians did it. They mummified it.
They went through the beak. Was a gynecologist.
I've got his brother here. Right. Anybody want anything else tied?
My shoelaces.
Oh, I can't do that. I think Paul Slaney. I just tied these. Just
Saw
messing
some
about.
double hooks stuck in here somewhere. Yeah, nice, very nice. Mock cert.
Just top messing about. That was them same hooks you give me on the
Put it
most
by
of
the
them-
vice.
Yeah, put it in the vice.
Ah, so one.
Yeah, nice, mate. Very nice.
I was just messing about. Oh, I tied that. I tied that yesterday, actually, Paul. This one on a lighter
really-
wire hook. Them's them hooks you give me.
That's really nice. I think what you could add to that is if you put a teal hackle in front of the black hackle, and you got a fly called the WMD, Weapon of Mass Destruction. But yeah, very, yeah,
Put the teal hackle
yeah.
in
Wrap a
front of
teal
it.
feather,
and then
like
the black one.
yeah,
Yeah.
in front. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, nice.
I'm happy to go on Saturday.
Yeah, great.
I'm hoping anyway. And then we're down your end in a few weeks, 2 weeks, I think. So I'll catch it. Bloody hell. Wait, have you had any rain, Paul?
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain. The river this morning was 1'6", so it's not great.
We've had, honestly, you should see the team. It's on its bones.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
we've
There's
had
a few salmon about here, but they're just plonking about stale fish. You know, they're not. I think there's been one this week caught, a fresh one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but, yeah.
I was on the Y. I fished both whales on the Y Friday, 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week.
Yeah.
And do you know the fly run at the bottom of the Grove Park and Irvine stretch?
Yeah.
You got where the Lancaster bomber crashed.
Mhm.
Right. I was in the river there, I had a few grayling, one little trout, and there was a pair of salmon in front of me making a red. I just stood there for about 20 minutes just watching them.
Good God.
The male, I'd say, he was coloured up, and I'd say he was about 8-9 pound.
Yeah.
But the female with him, she was about 5 pound maybe, like a bar of silver, just a meter from me. I thought, my God, look at this.
Yeah.
And the river is absolutely, like you said, it's on its bones.
Mm.
But yet they're still there doing what they were doing. And I thought, to see it now, amazing.
It's going to happen beginning of September. As soon as we start getting a bit of raid there, everything will come first couple of weeks of September.
Well, you know, that's exactly right. I thought, you know, they're a bit early for this, but they were there.
Yeah.
They were
Well, last
there.
season was similar. Up until middle of August, we had 10 fish off our beat, and then from middle of August to the second week of December, we got that up to 50.
Really?
Yeah. So you know, they just at some point they just got to come. You know, they just got to do it.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
I think
amazing to see it. Like,
Al's had a few today up in Scotland, and it's Paul.
I don't know, mate.
Yeah, I think they've had 9.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. He said look, those coloured up though, Paul, some of them.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm going up there the 2nd, 3rd, 4th of September, going on the D. We'll see. I don't know. I just don't know, you know.
Hey, that's where he is on the D.
Is he?
Yeah. He's on the D. I think Stu and Al's going up as well, probably about the same time as you up there.
They're going up further north. I think they might be fishing with us the last day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah. Al's on the D now. He's on the D. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
He found me earlier. They've had 9, I think, between them.
Yeah, bloody great.
That's good. That is, yeah. Brilliant. It's been a funny old season, hasn't it, Paul?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, the trout's been pretty good, but the salmon is shocking, really.
Yeah.
And the sewer hadn't been that great until round about now.
Yeah.
But I had a couple early on in the season, but quite early on, like April time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been no water. Anyway, tie us a trout fly, mate.
Oh, what?
Tie us one of those sea trout flies.
Right. Let me get me started. books.
While Tim's setting that up, Paul, you're into cameras, aren't you?
Yeah.
I need to replace mine for doing close-up photography work on the flies.
Right.
Plus using it for zooming in on the hook for doing a demo. Any particular camera you'd recommend?
Well, if you're doing it, if you're just doing it to go on the internet, right, or on Zoom or something like that, the maximum resolution that you can comfortably get really is 1080p. You can get 4K, but 1080p is as much as something like YouTube really or Facebook will handle.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be a massive sensor on it. If it does 1080p, it's going to be fine. The problem is the lens.
Yeah.
So if you, this is the one I use. You look. You see it?
Yeah. What's that?
That's D750 Nikon, but it's the lens that's the important thing. So that's if you want to do photographs that'll blow up to, you know, big prints or whatever like that, or something for a magazine or whatever you know, then you sort of need to go there. But you know what I think you can't go wrong with? It's something like an iPhone 11 Pro.
Gareth Lewis was telling me about an Olympus.
Yeah, that's the little camera. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. But I mean, you know, why buy a camera for, you know, when you can use your phone? And you know, if you, I say something like an iPhone 11 Pro, the one with the 3 lenses on it.
Yeah,
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, absolutely superb. And then you download an app called Filmic Pro.
I haven't got one of them. I've only got them. It's like an iPhone 7 I got.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I you know, it'll do so much, but the 11, you know, is really good, and you can make phone calls on it and do email and shit like that. You can't do that on an Olympus camera.
No. And then you just press buttons or screen your face. So when you're on the internet, it's done. There's no messing. It's done. It's so easy.
I've
did
been
video-
using my little Kodak Easy Share for putting it on the website, but
Yeah.
it's got no HDMI port.
No, I did a video using 11 Pro plus a piece of software. It's a private video. It's on YouTube. If you remind me, I'll send you a link to it, and you can see what you could do. In fact, I'll send it to all you boys if you want, and you can actually see what you can do with an iPhone and video conferencing and Zoom, particularly.
Yeah.
And you can use it. There's a software called DroidCam as well.
Yeah, there
DroidCam
is.
works very well.
If you look at a thing, if you look at something called Filmic Pro, yeah, what that allows you to do, because the problem with using a phone is that the good cameras are on the back of the phone. Like you've got a front-facing one and a back-facing 2 or 3, yeah. So you want to be using the ones on the back because they're the better quality lenses, especially an iPhone 11 Pro or a 12 Pro, because you want that 50mm equivalent lens on the back. So when you set it up, so you're looking at your fly, you can't actually see the image because that's on the back of the phone on the screen.
Yeah.
Which is a pain in the ass. But what Filmic Pro allows you to do is control your phone from another phone or from an iPad or from a computer, so you can actually see on your computer or on your other phone or on your other iPad the image that's coming through the camera, not through the phone. Not only that, you can control all the controls on the phone you're using to film from another device. Yeah, very, very slick. You know, so you know, you could. I mean, I don't know what an 11 Pro costs now, but you can. You know, it's not the latest model, but you can.
Does that only work with
iPhones?
Huh? Does that only work with iPhones, or does it work with any Android phone?
it'll work with Android phones as well. You know, you download the app relevant to the phone you've got. But you know, what you're capitalizing on is the quality of the lens.
Yeah.
So on that 11 Pro or the 12 Pro, you get a super wide, you get a 28 mil, you get a 50 mil. Yeah. Then with the Filmic Pro, what it allows you to do is use the 50 mil and zoom in. And it's really good quality. I mean, way better than 1080p. It'll do it in 4K. But if you've got a bad internet connection or the, you know, sort of slightly ropey internet connection, something like this on Zoom, 4K is going to be too much for it. So 1080p is that little sweet spot, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll copy the link into you boys afterwards. You can have a look at it, see what you think. But I mean, I set it up. I didn't actually, for this, the video I didn't tie a fly. I just showed you how I used it. But there's a hooking device, and you can see what the software can do. So that, like, the software is less than 20 quid. You can record it. You can do anything you need to do. And then there's, you know, whatever you're going to lease the phone. But in terms of, you know, going for a small compact phone camera like that Olympus, yeah, the quality of the phone is way better.
Yeah.
Way better. The image is, the sensor is better. The lens is better. Yeah. Plus, like I say, you can do your email, watch Facebook, you know, you porn, whatever you're into, boys, you know. But yeah, but if you want to spend money on a camera, then, you know, you've got to go for one with a macro lens, which, to be honest with you, unless you're doing a lot of photography, for taking pictures of flies, I'm not sure it's worth it. I mean, it'll set you back 700-800 quid.
Well, I think you can buy the phone for less than that.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. You know. So
to be fair, Paul, I know some photographers who can't get as good a picture with good cameras as you can with the phone on flies.
Exactly.
Well, boys, it's horses for courses. So, like, I bet you none of you were looking at this on a big screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So a phone quality or an iPad quality or a tablet of Android is good enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were to print this picture we're looking at here now of Tim, if you were to print that, it would be terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the resolution is not high enough, because the internet can't deal with, you know, a full camera that you know, one photograph is like 80 megabytes, you know. So imagine running a video down an internet connection that every frame is 80 megabytes. You know, it's not going to happen.
It's terrible.
You know, so it is horses for courses, you know. But for the sort of thing we're doing here, you know, for live broadcasting, 1080p, phone something you've already got. I mean, if Tim downloaded the Filmic Pro now and used it, you know, that hook would fill the screen we're looking at.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it is.
Yes, I'll be interested in that, Paul.
Yeah. Well, you see, you can, if you're using your laptop, you can actually tell your laptop that your phone is a webcam.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, darling. Got my dessert here, boys. Look at that. Chocolate tart. Yeah, so you can tell your laptop that your phone is actually a webcam. So when you go into Zoom, you can, down the bottom of your Zoom screen, it tells you what your video input is. Yeah, and you can choose your phone. So instead of having the native camera that's in your laptop, you can use whatever phone you've got, you know. An iPhone 7 and up, they're all great, really great images. The difference with the 11 and the 12 is that extra lens.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what's the software that you'd use for it?
Filmic Pro.
Can you spell it?
FILMIC Pro. Yeah. So when you go on the App Store, I'm Apple, right? So I don't know how it works on Android.
Yeah.
Same thing, I would imagine. Yeah, you get Filmic Pro, which is a software, and then you get another thing called Filmic Remote, and that allows you to control your phone from another device.
Magic. Cheers, Paul.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
And it's got a record button on it, Derek.
Fair play.
There we are.
Okay, carry on then, Tim.
Okay. They've upset you now, Derek, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Golden pheasant crest. Tie that in.
Is that nice?
Oh, mate.
Is it nice, Paul?
Yeah, chocolate tart and cream. No good for the belly, boys.
Some silver wire. What's this called now, Paul?
What, mate? Braid.
Yeah. Braid. Brilliant stuff, isn't it?
Mm. And in fairness, you don't need a rib with it because it
Yeah.
holds it pretty well.
That's what you braiding. Yeah. Braid up. Try it off. Cut your waist off. Then I've got a hackle. Stripped off and tie there. Hold it back. Off there. On with that. Right. One full turn. In with your wire. And just run it back through as a rib, whittle it, and the fibres will not get trapped, hopefully.
The battery's going.
There. Tie it off your wire. Up to that. Cut your tag off. Then I've got some Arctic Runner, which Paul kindly gave me. It's a wing. Secret is, Paul, not to use too much in it. Do you find?
I think he's gone for his phone charger.
No, I'm there. Sorry, boys. I'm still eating my chocolate tart. Yeah,
Oh,
not too much, Tim. Not too much.
Yeah.
So you put the hackle on afterwards, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, Paul?
Yeah, I do both.
I'll tell you what I found easier though, Paul. I'll put the wing and then I cut all the front off first.
Yeah,
Do you
mate.
do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
what, to square it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found it a bit easier, to be fair. Pinch and loop. You like, 1 sec. Too long.
How big is that slice of tart?
I'm 6'6", mate. I need half
Yeah.
tart.
You are a big boy, fair play. Well, I'm 5'6" and I probably could have had that as well.
Mm. Oh yeah, easy. That's it, Tim.
Next is got a peacock feather. There's a throat. Turn the
Oh,
front.
Christ, that's fancy, mate.
Pardon?
That's fancy. Nice.
That's the neck feather, yeah, for the goat's toe feather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of loose wraps and then I just pull it back to where you want it.
Oh, that's nice.
That is fancy.
Scissors. Cut away stuff. Tidy the head up. Found the secret as well, boys. Not too much wraps to make the head too big. Otherwise, it
Yeah.
starts feeling too bulky, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Quite quickly too.
Yeah. And then I've got a black hen apple.
What thread are you using there, Tim?
Uni HO.
Okay. I might sound dumb. Is it black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Struggling to find a good big feather. I think I've used most of these off here.
My God.
Apple. Wires. feathers back. Keep stroking them back as you go round. Stuff.
It's looking good, mate.
Finish there if you want, but I'll just put a couple of jungle cock eyes on if I can find it. Stopped it. Got it. Tie in a couple of jungle cock eyes. It's only one eye. I've just split the two into halves. Line them up. Take that down there and then fold them back. Pull that one back. Cut the waste off. Just tidy your head up. Finish.
Very nice, Tim.
Yeah, very good.
He hasn't finished yet, I don't think.
And then if you wanted, put a red head on April.
Yeah.
Get your glow bright.
The glow bright's fantastic stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And all fish love it.
Yeah, they do actually, yeah. There we are.
Very nice.
Very nice, Tim.
I don't know what it's called.
Mate, it's, you know, that's the lovely thing about sea trout fishing. They, as long as it's dark and got a red head, and you can mess around with everything else, and they work. You know, I mean, that'd be really good for a dropper fly because of the palmer hackle.
Yeah.
Keep it up on the surface. You know.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try. I've just ordered some hooks off Daryl. I'm gonna try doing some of them muddlers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try doing some muddlers.
Yeah.
Just have a play about with them.
This is one that really works for me a lot. This is, I've got one here. Yeah, this one.
They're surface lures, are they?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, that's the one I like. You give me one of them, Paul, when I come down.
Did I?
like that. Yeah, it's lovely fly. It's in my
Yeah, that-
collection in the box.
Works well.
Yeah.
And those jungle cock underneath, the reason they're underneath like that is when you pull this, it's like a keel of a boat. It keeps the head up.
Ah.
See how they're placed on? Oh, you can't see it really. Yeah, anyway, yeah, they work well.
I like that. Yeah. To be fair, I like tying any flies. I just like practicing and keep tying different stuff.
Yeah, no, it's good work. Good way to practice, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a tie and tie and tie. I tried these the other day. These little.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Something different, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll try anything. I'll have a go at anything if I can.
Quite right. That's
Hey,
good.
have you heard from Daryl, Paul, lately?
I haven't heard from anyone, mate, to be honest with you. Daryl or Mark. It's all really quiet.
I know I texted him the other day. He never texts back or nothing. And I thought, well, perhaps he's busy or something. I ain't
Might
heard
be on
nothing.
holiday. He might be on holiday this time of year.
He might be, to be fair, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was sulking because he couldn't get to Iceland, could he?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him at all for quite some time, actually.
I think he got cancelled, to be fair, mate.
Oh, okay.
So he's a bit gutted, I think, about that, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I think he wanted to come over for a week over here and fish the Usk and somewhere like that. And then I think the travel was a bit diffy with him.
Yeah.
Coming over, so it was a bit mithered.
Oh, well, there we are.
Yeah, can't be up, can he? A bloody lad I've had the day after that. I've had to go to a funeral. And
Right.
The bloody lad I work with, I've been working with him for a week. He's been sent home today. I think he's got COVID, so I
Oh,
hope
no.
well, I hope he had been tested. He's got to have a test tomorrow. So
you probably have to isolate then, wouldn't you?
well, I've got to wait. If he tests positive, definitely, yeah.
Fucking hell.
He's been sent home today.